do. Alright. Let's continue. Hello, Pablo. Yes, a comic from olden times, from the old days of me doing stuff. But yeah, I hope to get this done tonight. I wanted to get it done last night, but some parts of this took a while. That and I was working on Bobby's artwork. And I was going to post it in the usual places, but then I was like, wait, I hadn't even done Andy or Emerald's artwork, so I definitely want to work on theirs. Maybe this weekend, or if I have time during the week. I think her hair's a little too thinned out. Let's kind of open it up more. Just so it's a little bit more flowing, even though she's just gotten out of the shower. There we go, that's better. Hello, Frost. I'm already used to you being a deer. You've been a deer like the entire time. Unless you decide to change it up and you're suddenly a spider. Like a fuzzy spider. Actually, that's cute. I want to make a character now that's a fuzzy spider. Kind of like Kumiko. Is it Kumiko or Kimiko? I think it's Kumiko. Pretty sure it's Kumiko. My only gripe with the Kumiko story was that they kind of progressed her a little too quickly. Or at least, like, they did the whole time jump thing. Although I think that's only in the anime where they swaps back and forth. I can't remember if the manga did it differently. But I think they should have just kept all that a secret and just progressed it normally. Because like once you already find out about the time jump stuff, then you're more interested in what happens with Kumiko, and you don't really give a shit about the other characters. At least that's how I felt. I was way more interested in her storyline than everyone else. Maybe the dragon, but that was about it. Like the girl that turned into a dragon. Short stack bunny, yeah. Love me some short stacks. hope to get a decent amount of this done during the stream, and then finish it off once I'm offline. Then I want to work on Black Circus next. Unless I should do... because I want to do at least 2 of each comic this week. And if I can, I'll have enough time for a 3rd page for IHAT, since IHAT's the main at the moment. There we go. Anything else? Her other arm could be holding the box. Should be good from there. Damn it. Sounds like that. That's okay. It's only off by a bit. If you're going by my... yeah, be smaller than Blake probably. Like in between. Yeah, that makes sense. And there are definitely characters like that already, such as Sweet Drop. She's a short stack. I really need to get to drawing more character art and make more bios. I haven't made a bio in forever. Still taller than Mini Mars. Well, most of the time you don't count the ears for height. For stuff like that. You can if you're feeling generous, though. It's kind of like when characters have like big hair styles and all that, you don't count the hair. You count at the base of the head. So 73%, maybe I should start drawing at this range again. I don't know, it's one of those situations where you don't want to get sucked into the details. I don't know, kind of just depends on the range of what I'm trying to do. Judy Hopps costume, probably. Probably been a while. But yeah, I probably saw it. Let's bring his chin up just a little bit. Show that he's not talking. only nuisance that, or the only like headache that would be with Bobby is just its spots. Those things are gonna be inconsistent as fuck, but I think that's just what happens when characters have spots. Unless it's like very minimal and very specific locations. Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me that lately, like their motivations for drawing has been pretty low. And I really don't have much advice on helping them through that kind of situation. Because like for me, nearly anything inspires me. I'm just like, oh my god, I want to do that. And then I also have to like remember, like, I want to do that, but I got other shit that I gotta do first. So if I do something like that, it's gotta be at the bottom of the list. But for other people, I don't know, because obviously, you know, their own personal situations decide on that kind of stuff. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, you know, you just sit down and draw. I was like, well, not everybody has that luxury. If I'm doing that there, I'm gonna do it here. And I just realized this is playing, which it doesn't need to be. Yeah, you probably did. It's just been a while. Just clean some of this up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of want it to look nice. And somebody's doing fireworks, yay. Alright. Have her mouth closed because she's not talking. Thicken her eyelashes a little bit more. There we go. Hold on. I need to look this up for Bobby. Because I know I have it saved, but I think it's faster if I just look through it here. Because Bobby is a specific type of creature. But I'm probably going to cross him with Ferrokeen, just so it stays in line with what other characters are. Where is it? Should be in here. Where are you? Yeah, there he is. He is a Escalusion. Zen. Escalusion. I'll type it in the chat. This is the name of his species. And I think he had a post. Of what that species was for, or what that species is. Oh, here we go. Reptilian species who answer, but the lore doesn't matter. So it's kind of like a dinosaur. So it's like a dino bunny, I guess. But it's a type of reptile, according to this. I could have sworn there was a info dump of like more details about it. Trying to see. Trying to see if there's like a range from dark to light, earthly tones. I should probably save all this when I get the chance. Solid colored ones are rare. They usually have spots, blah 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 blah. I'm trying to see if there's like any super unique things that they can do. Rarity chart. Tuft of fur. Different fur styles. Yeah, I'll definitely save all this when I get the chance. As far as I can tell, they don't have any magical properties. Built for weather. Or the more fluffier ones are. Okay, good to know. I'll definitely save this later. How many pages is this? 13? That's not bad. I can save that. Discord was busy while you were saying, yeah. Hello, Alex. All the magic went to his ass. Yeah, he's just got strong thighs. He just got big, strong thighs. He's gotta have powerful hips, you know. Especially since he bangs his dealer. More like she bangs him, but still. Oh yes, he's one of the naked ones. So I can either say he's a Fairy King or say he's a Bestial, because either could work. Based on how he is, but I think I'm gonna go with Fairy King because there is another character I have that I've adopted from Saucy that is the same species, but she's more anthro compared to him. So let me grab her real quick just so I can show the difference. You're in here. Because I'll grab both Bobby and her just so we can see the differences. So there's Bobby. I'm grabbing their original art. Where are you? Come on, vote for me. Thank you. No. Ah, there she is. Alright. So, I'll put Bobby over here. I'll do it this way. So, here's Bobby and here's her. So, there's clear differences of the two. And they're the same species according to Saucy. fact, let me make sure, just so I'm not talking random. Okay, yeah, she is counted, so she is one of them. So yeah, these two are the same species but different types. Alright, have a good night. Take care. But yeah, so these two are the same. Probably for Bobby's artwork, I'll probably go in and edit it to get rid of the adoptable $10 thing, because when I got this character, he was like super old at the point, and I think Saucy said they lost the original file for him, and I was like, that doesn't bother me. But in terms of presenting the character, I'll try to see if I can get rid of the text if possible. But it shouldn't be too big of an issue, because it's just editing. And luckily a lot of the areas aren't like crazy. But yeah, so I think Bobby will, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have Bobby classified as a parakeet, but of the same species. And then Perrin will be her own, well, she's an anthro version, but she's her own character. She doesn't have anything to do with him. So close this. Do I need these? Probably not. I'll just keep it. Okay. And then I'll save those later. Anyway, hope everyone's doing alright. Just working on this. Hopefully I can get it done tonight. Tomorrow at the latest. And only because I don't feel like drawing the boxes again, I'm gonna do a different angle of what I had planned. Oh yeah, Bobby doesn't give a shit. He's just coasting, getting high. Hangs out with his best bud. He's looking at Emerald going like, yo, this shit must be really fucking good. Like, I could swear there's a woman in Andy's house, or in Andy's apartment. So, yo, this is some good shit. Hello, Wuffy. It's like, yo, Andy, you gotta try this shit. I swear to God, there's a girl in your room. Yeah, we'll do it this way. And the dealer that Bobby gets it on with is in the adoptable ship sailing picture that I did. So there's like another hint there. Not that she's really relevant to this comic. I mean, maybe I'll have her cameo if I feel like it. Maybe for Bobby to just describe what he was doing. He's like, yo, I got this new stuff from my dealer. And he just starts talking about what he did to get some. for free. Not that he gives a shit. To him, it was a good time. Especially since they were both high as fuck when they were doing it. So just more good stuff. Doo-doo. Yeah, he is the type that would try to be fancy if he was asked to. He still wouldn't wear pants though, so he'd just be walking around with no pants, with a tux on, with a black tie. The best way of thinking of his personality, think of. Let me make sure I get his name right. Okay, yeah. Oh no, it's the same name. Well, not same, but okay. So think of Bobby Veteruscy from Goofy movie. That's basically Bobby. Although I think his actual name is Robert Veteruscy, but I guess you could say Bobby's real name could be that too. Could be Robert. But I like Bobby. It sounds more fun. Like Bobby. I should just put in fucking cheese, spray cheese for the fun of it, just for the fuck of it. That'd be funny. That'll be a snack. He just sprays it, like gets high and just has some fucking spray cheese. And he's a nerd. Pretty much does similar things that Andy does. Make sure you're getting his mouth right. Oh, he technically would have weapon. Nah, fuck it. Keep it simple. It's one of those details that aren't necessary. And keeps the characters more unique. body would be more downward because he doesn't have those kind of shoulders. Due to his body type. Yeah, I mean, because there are nudist areas too, so it doesn't really matter which he is. It's kind of just one of those things where it's like whether or not Emerald would be walking around naked. It's just more, well, no, I can't say it's more like common for, well, I guess it is more common for bestials to wear clothes, but then you have characters like Kitsune and Mia who don't wear clothes. Well, in Mia's case, she doesn't wear tops or bottoms, but Kitsune just, you know, lets it all free. It's more of a area and character based or individual thing. So depending on where they live is would decide if it mattered. But yeah, technically he is a fairy king. If I were to compare him to the other character, since they're both the same species. But overall, it doesn't matter. Like, unless the storyline mattered on whether or not he was either, then it's just not gonna do anything. Yeah, it kind of just depends on where they live. Because I haven't, like, decided if naked characters were common at, like, Marcy's school or anything like that. Probably not. Just so it doesn't cause issues. Because, you know, don't want hormones going crazy because of characters going or walking around all natural. But yeah, and there are fairy king that wear clothes. It's more of a unique choice, but obviously depending on where they live, they can decide either or. Because there are some communities where it's like you're naked all the time, or everyone's naked. So wearing clothes would be the weird thing, and then vice versa, where it's like, hey, you gotta put on something. Okay. The only challenge here would be deciding which way his hair is going to be facing. I don't like the way I did that. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I have to do a comic showing off a nudist colony. Or vice versa, a nudist character going to an area that requires clothes. And then, I don't know, maybe make them busty or thick and like the biggest size they could get is like, I don't know, a medium or something, and so they're trying to like not move too much or else they'll bust out. Small humor. I am thinking of working on like a short comic before I work on Caitlin's, just so I can kind of get the brain juices going. Or technically it should be brain energy, but whatever. Yeah, right. He should just have like some swimming trunks or something. Just some like surfer shorts. He's like, oh, okay, okay, officer, I'll put them on. Just get some trunks. It's a little too straight. This is more wavy. But yeah, he's just coasting. He's one of those types that would camp out in it, that would live in a tent. I should make it where he like lives in someone's backyard or something. But he's like polite about it. He'll like ask for permission first before he does it. That way he's not being a dick. What does he do for a living? Good fucking question. I've been debating on that. On if he sells like legal drugs or whatever. And maybe that's why he gets special perks from his dealer. Probably helps her out. Oh no, it's not a secret. He's not doing anything major. Currently, I'm thinking of just having him like help his dealer sell stuff. And if not, I can think of something better for him because it's not really gonna be relevant for this story. So if something better comes up, can you do that for him? Yeah, could always do that where he's actually rich. But he just lives the slacker life. He's like, I have all this money, fuck. But he like barely spends any of it. That was a good movie, Big Hero 6. It's funny because they were actually Marvel characters. Yeah, I'll just have his hair go with whatever direction he's facing. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Like, it's so fucked up once you find out about, like, the later events and how certain things didn't have to happen the way they did. That just, like, hits you in the gut. And it's like, man, all this was for nothing. And then I kind of like how Kingdom Hearts 3 is like a sort of sequel to that. So if you ever play Kingdom Hearts 3, the Big Hero 6 world is like a continuation of the movie. So yeah, if you didn't know that, find the cutscenes on YouTube or something to see how that plays out. Actually, I'll keep his eyes on that side. Bobby is definitely a cool dude for Andy. He's like his wingman. Like, if Andy had asked him to like leave to do stuff with Emerald, he would totally be like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "Yeah, dude, go for it." And if there was extra rooms or something, he would definitely hang out elsewhere if asked. He's like, "Alright, bro, just put the sock on the door," and I get the hint. I want to say they were high school friends. Like, Bobby just wanted to go to a normal high school. And he just kind of coasted most of it. But he hung out with Andy. And then every once in a while he brings Andy, you know, some weed or whatever stuff that they take to get high. And normally that'd probably be what Andy would be doing if Emerald wasn't there. So right now he's like, shit. He's like, okay, so let's just play it cool. He's probably not gonna notice or give a shit. Bobby's pretty chill. There's definitely a certain line I want to have him say from Chobits, if you've ever read that, because I just like that particular scene. It's from the first book. Let's try to do it this way. Sharpen a bit. Oh yeah, that'd be funny. Deciding the order of where they would sit in the couch would be pretty funny. Because, like, Emerald's fine with whatever. Bobby's fine with whatever. Andy is the only one who would probably panic a bit. Because it's like... Because, like, even if Emerald were to say, like, oh, you know, she's his girlfriend or something, it's like, okay, so Andy could sit in the middle of his two of the both of them, and that would probably be the logical choice. But then it'd be like, you know, Emerald could probably try to tease him from the side where Bobby can't see, and then Bobby's just, you know, chilling, getting snacking or whatever as they're playing a game or whatever the situation is. And then if Emerald was in the middle, to try to be less direct with Andy and Emerald's situation or relationship, then Andy would probably wonder what's going on in Bobby's head or something. And Bobby's just not giving a shit. Or if Bobby even was thinking of anything, it'd probably just be like, damn, Andy finally got himself. That's probably it. That's like the extent of his thoughts. Be like, yeah, my man got laid. Sweet. Oh, that would be the interesting part, getting Emerald high. That would be a interesting interaction. Because you gotta remember, she technically will obey anything Andy tells her. So if Andy, like, if all of them got high and they just start saying random shit, if Andy were to mistakenly tell her that he'd be totally into a threesome, she would totally start doing shit. And then Bobby would be super chill with it. He wouldn't care as long as Andy was fine with it. Because Bobby is a bro. Bobby would probably need a harder hit though if he was gonna be doing something like random. Like if he was so super out of it, he'd probably need a harder hit though. Welcome, Armorous. But yeah, like Bobby would never break Andy's trust. Not on purpose, at least. Save. Always save your shit. I definitely have to decide how you can tell if characters that have red Solera are high. Maybe I'll change the color to like pink or something. Depends on how common pink Solera would be if other characters had it. Because I just have to play it by ear and just make it obvious that the characters are high. As in, would he bang Emerald if he was allowed to? Oh, hit it off. Yeah, you can pretty, chill with pretty much anybody. He doesn't really have bad interactions because he's so relaxed and chill. Like, you'd have to actually try to make him not like you. If anything, people would probably get annoyed of him first before they got to know him. But yeah, like, he's gonna be super fine with Emerald, especially once he learns that Emerald's at minimum Andy's girlfriend. Then he's gonna be like, "Yo, Andy finally got himself a girl. Hell yeah!" It's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I could totally see Bobby just handing Andy a roll of condoms. Oh yeah, I need to. That reminds me to draw his satchel over here, since he doesn't wear clothes. So he carries a bag that has like his wallet or whatever. Because most Ferrokeen, if they don't wear clothes, have bags that they carry around. Yeah, like I tried to make it because I gave it to him in this shot. But hold on, let me check. Was it necessary for the other one? Nah, his arm was in the way. Yeah, his arm fuzz is covering where his bag would be. But yeah, I try to make it so that like if Ferrokeens have to travel or just walk around town and stuff, they need at least some kind. They need at least a bag or a satchel or something. To carry like their wallet or whatever else they need, because they need identification and all that. Granted, not every character has to do that if they just are just roaming around for the sake of roaming around, but would be better if they did. A fanny pack, yes, exactly. Like some of them wear it around their hips and all that, so yeah. In his case, he just wears it on his shoulder, which, now that I think about it, probably wouldn't be the best idea, since he doesn't have much shoulder shape. But whatever, I already put it on him, and I don't feel like going back to put it around his waist. I mean, if Joanne can walk around with a fucking satchel, then he can, because she was walking around with that, or slithering around with it. So fuck it. But I'll definitely give another character a fanny pack just to change it up. But yeah, like Bobby's totally gonna notice that Emerald's walking around with no underwear. So he's just gonna assume that she and Andy had already banged it out. Feels conscious about his shoulders. He ain't gonna care. He's like, if anything, he would just be like, "Yo, how do I keep this thing on if I don't have shoulders?" And it just slowly starts to slip. And he's like, "Never mind," and it just stops. And then if it does stop, he'll be like, "Whoa." Could say he can sort of see the fourth wall, but not completely. Not like actually interact the way that Becky can, or that the Creamfield cast can. Okay, now I need Andy. There we go. Well, he should be surprised because they are already planned for her to see Bobby. So just a little bit of expression. If anything, Bobby would probably encourage Emerald to ride Andy more often. Which, you know, we already know she's fucking trying. You'll probably just tell her stuff that Andy's interested in, just so she can try to exploit it. And he's probably the type to be honest with her, so he's probably like, yo, Andy likes big boobs, but you know, he likes them short too. So work with what you got. He'd probably say something like, you know, he does look like looks at butts a lot too, so you know, roll with that. Andy would be like, dude, shut the fuck up. And Emerald would just be sitting there taking notes. That is not what I wanted to do. To make long eyelashes. Yeah. He could be Andy's Blake. And that's assuming like I even keep the whole him being rich idea. But if I think of something better, then I'll go with that. Nothing's official until I make his buyout or make a comic or whatever that clarifies things. But it's always good to brainstorm and talk about this stuff out loud, because that way I can sit there and be like, okay, does that sound like a good idea? And then once I say it out loud, it's like, yay, nay. Depending on how I go about it. Or if he is rich, it could probably be like an inheritance thing that he got or whatever from like a grandpa or something. It's like, yo, my grandpa gave me this much money, but I'm just like, Main character sex guru, yeah. I'm looking away so you can try to figure out what line to try to say. Let's make his eyes a little bit wider. Like he's trying to think of a logical lie, and then I want Emerald to just straight up say that she's his girlfriend. Like she obviously wants to say that she's his wife, but that might be a little bit too much from the start. So she'll probably go with the less troublesome route. But yeah, Bobby's definitely the type to help out Andy. And then Bobby doesn't need to worry about women because he does stuff with his dealer. Yeah, I'm totally gonna have Bobby just hand Emerald a roll of condoms. Or no, probably be Andy. Just hand Andy a roll of condoms. Something Skylar and Marcy never once practiced. Because they were too horny. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm his girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. Exactly. She's like, yo. It's like, bro, when did you tell me you got yourself a girlfriend? And then I don't know, they make up some excuse like, well, you know, I didn't want to say something and it not work out. Just to solidify the well, technically it's not a lie. But yeah, just make it believable. Although to be fair, Bobby probably ain't gonna give a shit. Yeah, that's what I thought. If anything, he's just glad that his bro got himself a girl. It's like, yo. I could totally see Bobby just saying like, yo, if I'm coming over and you're busy, just text me this, like a certain phrase or whatever. He'd be like, okay, cool. It's like, just text me this and I'll know if you two are busy. I can see Bobby just like sleeping in on a bench somewhere and getting harassed by like a police officer. But then like the police officer's like stupid hot or something. This is what happens when diving in the side characters, because then it just makes me eager to do something with them. looking at you, Blake. We'll get there. Just gotta tackle it one page at a time. Actually, his arm would be this way. Blake's like, the fuck did I do? Yeah, that's a little bit too low. But yeah, I get to see Bobby talking to Emerald and is like, yo, treat my bro right. It's like he's really cool. And then Emerald will just be like, oh, your friend's really nice. After Andy has spent like the entire afternoon panicking on how things are going to go with Emerald around. I swear this playlist is almost the same songs over and over, but probably like one or two differences. I might just have to start biting the bullet and just pick songs that might get picked up by copyright on YouTube when I post them. Or at least try to find more royalty-free ones. And hope those don't cause issues. I mostly pick these ones because I know they won't cause problems. But yeah, I swear it feels like the same songs keep showing up. Not that it 100% matters if I'm talking and all that, but still. If I ever do like a side story, it should be like Andy's family being introduced to Emerald. Could see Andy's mom asking for grandchildren, and then Emerald just says working on it, and he's like, Emerald, barely register. Yeah, it's probably not as big of a deal as I'm thinking. Then again, it's supposed to be low music because I'm trying not to, like, even if I did play other kinds of music, I'm trying not to trigger it. But whatever, if it happens, it happens. I shouldn't be super focused on it. It's not like I make any money off of fucking YouTube or Twitch. If I do make money, it's probably something small, and it's probably something I can't even pull out until it reaches a certain threshold. Let's find out. Content, analytics. That's probably what I'm looking for. Summary, no. Ah, here it is. Nope, I have not even made enough to pull out anything from Twitch. If I make $10 more, then I can. So yeah, I shouldn't even be concerned about any of that. On one hand, it just means I need to stream more often. Which is true, I do need to do that. Let's bring this line up just a little bit higher. Oh yeah, I need to fix my streaming stuff because I still haven't fixed it from when I changed computers. I've been occupied with other stuff. Yeah, when I get a chance, I'll fix it up so I can have notifications and stuff like that again. I guess I just haven't been motivated to do any of that since nothing really comes from me streaming at the moment. But I probably shouldn't think like that. I should just take it as seriously as I take everything else. So I'll definitely put in the effort. Yeah, I was thinking of that too. Because Emerald is supposed to function a particular way. So as long as Andy, like air quotes, commands her, then she'll do whatever he says. Although she did sort of agree to be friends in the shower. But I guess that could just add to her confusion on how they were supposed to start slow. But then, once he tells her to play along, then it makes more sense. Plus, it would also cover why she's walking around naked, or half naked. Because, you know, if they were only friends, then probably wouldn't have gotten that far so quickly. Especially since this is the first time Bobby's heard of her at all. And you'd think Andy would have said something. So yeah, it's one of those play it by ear, but try to make it work so in your favor. But yeah, once she's told to just pretend to be his girlfriend, then she'll act a little bit more flirty and stuff. I mean, she was going to if he had said she was his wife or whatever. Like, she would have done that anyway. But this way, Bobby won't, like, second guess anything, assuming Bobby would care. If anything, the only thing Bobby's focused on is like, yo, my bro's got a girlfriend. And then that's kind of it, really. That's the extent of his thought. He'll probably just, his next thought will probably be like, man, I want some chips. Okay, so this should all be good. That's him just noticing her for the first time. Okay. Should be good. Should just be more straight. It's probably fine. It's not even that important. Okay. Save. I am going to need colors. Gotta pick panels where Emerald isn't showing her tits. That should be fine. Pick Bobby's colors since he's the most dominant character in this page. But yeah, at the moment, Andy doesn't, well, I don't think Andy will ever really realize, but Andy does not understand how much control he actually has over Emerald. yes, Emerald does still view herself as Andy's wife. She's just going at his pace. So she might be a little frustrated. Well, if Andy keeps himself at bay towards her, then she might be a little frustrated. Because she's supposed to, you know, do a lot more. But she can be patient about it. But she'll definitely try to kickstart things if she can. Try to, you know, allure him. So, like, for example, let's just say, let's just say, like, they're chilling in with Bobby and watching, like, a movie or whatever. And, like, Bobby's just kind of zoned out, you know, just kind of getting, chilling with his high and watching the movie or whatever. But Emerald's feeling frisky and trying to get Andy to at least, do something sexy or flirty with her. So she might, like, you know, rub her leg on him and stuff, or like remind him that she's not wearing underwear at the moment by flashing a little tease or something at him. Or like, even if Bobby wasn't around, she'd try to tease Andy a bit by, you know, walking around without underwear, and that's when Andy's like, shit, I need to buy her clothes or something. Yeah. That's pretty much gonna be most of the main storyline, is Andy getting used to Emerald being his wife. And then finally, like the idea is, like, he finally officially becomes married with her. But it's like a lot of patience and build up to that. And so sometimes you might, I'm thinking of having, yeah. And like, I'm thinking of having, Emerald show a little frustration that he's, you know, not being more assertive about it. I need to get me a new desk one day. Been using the same desk since I was like, what, 10? I don't know. It's held up this long. But yeah. Like, Emerald's just ready to go at any point, but it's all up to Andy to get past his cold feet. And then maybe that'll be like a little bit of Bobby's job, assuming he shows up more often, where he tries to coach Andy through it a little bit. Like, maybe there'll be a point where Andy talks to Bobby, and obviously he's not going to tell Bobby about buying Emerald, but he will talk about how he's like unsure of things, and Bobby's like, dude, she's here for you, man. It's like, if she didn't like you, she wouldn't be here. Even though, you know, Bobby doesn't have the full story, but that could definitely be like something he would say to him. Yeah. Especially under the circumstances that he got Emerald. He's like, you know, is this even right? Like, he bought her online, she's already told him about the whole collar stuff and whatever else that may come up as time progresses. Like, assuming he learns any depth of what she's supposed to do, then he's just gonna question, you know, is it right for him to be doing all that? But then both Emerald and probably Bobby are just gonna, and maybe like Andy's manager, like he might talk to her at some point about, you know, relationship troubles. But they're all just gonna like reassure, like, you know, Andy's a good guy. You know, if he really loves Emerald, then, you know, he's gonna treat her right and stuff like that. He's not a bad person, and that'll probably help him feel better about it. And then, you know, spending time with Emerald is also gonna help out, make things feel better about it. So it's just one of those things where he has to, where it's actually, you know, an actual relationship that he's building with her, and he's not like horrible towards her or anything like that. Maybe there'll be some kind of conflict or something where she misunderstands a situation or whatever, and maybe he'll get upset, assuming that they'd even need that kind of problem. But if not, then yeah, it's just focused more on Andy building up the courage to officially marry her in time. And yeah, like, Emerald's willing to wait, but she's also questioning if he's like rejecting her. Hello, Jet. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Yeah, like, Andy's manager is definitely who helps get Emerald her job, because currently Emerald has no info. She has no ID, she has no papers or whatever she would need to indicate who she is and stuff like that. And so, however the story goes is Andy's manager, you know, does him a favor and gets her a job to work at the stand. And probably because they're like understaffed or something, some bullshit or whatever. It's like the people upstairs barely give me enough budget to have more employees. So as long as Emerald's fine, you know, getting paid however much she gets paid, then yeah, she can work there. And like, could even say like, if the manager did find out that Emerald and Andy were dating or something, could have the manager be like, oh, and Andy, you know, if you ever want to use the employees break room for anything, you know, just let me know if you're gonna do anything in there. And Andy's like, what? So yeah, it would be like his boss basically just kind of pushing him towards being committed to Emerald as well. So basically all the signs pointing to, it's like, do it, you idiot. So yeah, he basically gets a lot of support. But, you know, he's a goober, so he has to go through his mental gymnastics. Oh yeah, like, can make it so that, like, once she finds out that Andy's in a relationship, or at least like trying to figure his shit out, she can be all romance inspired and trying to make things work, or help out Andy make things work. And she could be the one that goes and helps him, or helps Emerald be more attractive and stuff like that. It's like, oh, Emerald, let's go get your hair done, let's go get you some outfits and stuff, you know, girl time. I think the wine is jizzy. But yeah, like, yeah, there's a bit of character interactions going on, so that way it helps push the two together easier. But yeah, I definitely wanted Andy's manager to help out Emerald, so that way, one, Emerald has like another female character to bounce thoughts off of, and two, it also make it easier for Emerald to get like clothing and stuff like that. Yeah, currently Andy's gonna have to go through the trouble of getting women's clothing for Emerald the first time, because Emerald, depending on the location, she can't just roam around without any bottoms. Or if she does roam around, she's wearing like Andy's oversized clothing that he'll probably have to get a pin to pin them on her so they can stay on her. Because right now she's just wearing his big old t-shirt. If she were to try to wear like his pants or boxers, those things would definitely fall off of her. And then the tail hole is too small for her abdomen, depending on what kind of pants he has. Because if it's like the button-on kind, then it just depends on how far they loop. So like even if they were on her, the front part would be slipping downwards, showing her crotch. Oh yes, these two panels are going to be a pain in the ass when I do his spots. I'll have to copy them and then move them downwards and try to line them up. Yeah, Bobby's spots are going to be a bitch. And here I thought Emerald was going to be the complicated one. It's always going to be a character with ridiculous amount of colors or some pattern that's on them. But yeah, this is a really nice and wholesome story, which just makes it interesting on certain hints and other things that I've left in. I still find it funny people are judging it based off of the title of the comic, and I'm just like, guys, the title has zero meaning. I just made it like that because it sounded cool, and I forgot to do the thing for Bobby's hair. Forgot that it was like this. There you go. I do know, or I do want to put out a little hint for Black Circus, which is, isn't it odd that, I guess we named him Tim. Isn't it odd that Tim showed up to Joanne's room with no pants? That would be the only hint that I am saying. I mean, realistically, it's not like that big of a deal in terms of where it goes, but just something to rattle your mind with. It's like, wait, why is he hinting that? Or why is he bringing that up? In Emerald's case, she's kind of already said what the hint is. But I don't think anyone's going to pick up on it until way later. Well, actually, there's been like a few hints, but I don't think they were obvious enough. But that's okay. They'll get revealed over time if nobody figures it out. But yeah, Bobby was supposed to show up so many years ago when I was starting this comic. I am so sorry it took me this fucking long to get here. People are already asking me when's the next Waking Drive, and I'm like, I'm taking a break for a bit before I do another one of those. I want to do Luna and Beelzebub, but I think I should probably stick to something smaller for now. So I have a character in mind. It's just a matter of when I start doing a drive again. I know, right? Bobby's like, yo, it's cool. If anything, it's probably better that it took a while, because now I gotten a little bit better at drawing. Just a little bit. Still shit at it, but I'm trying. I have been saving some tutorial videos for me to fiddle around with, specifically the animation one, because I want to make more GIFs and, hey, maybe a scene or something, or a short. The only hard part is just figuring out sound. Well, I know how to do the sound effects and stuff like that and all that. Like, it's not like I don't know how to do all that. It's mostly just like where to find them that are royalty free and all that. Then again, they probably don't have to be royalty free. You just have to sound clip and blah 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 blah. So I'm probably just overthinking. Okay, so got all this. Do its basic stuff first before I tackle the spots. I'm just gonna give him a standard mouth. Doesn't need anything complicated. Let's try to do a ton right there. There, just to show that it's in his mouth. But yeah, Bobby's a bro. I could even say like Andy and Bobby met at just the food court. And Bobby just met him through getting hot dogs. He's like, yo, can I have a hot dog? And then they start hanging out. Like I said, once I think of something final, then I'll make it a thing. Like, I'm probably not going to show any of that in the comic because it's not Andy's comic. It might be mentioned, or it might be said in like his bio or something. But there's no need to draw it. I could probably save some time if I made his and Andy's mouth the same layer, but I won't, just so I keep things organized. Let's clean up the mouth a little bit. Had to make his eye color a little bit more red than I normally would. It was mostly because of lighting, because I don't know how the lighting is gonna affect his eyes, because it might make his eyes look lighter and hard to tell that they're red. Or a little pinkish because he's high. Bobby seems like he would listen to the Because I Got High song and he'd just say, "Same, bro." Like not even picking up that it's a song. He just assumes it's just like a discussion. Or you probably say something like, "That's a mood." I could see Bobby like living in an apartment and he just paid like the landlord a shit ton of money. And it just covers his rent fees for like God knows how long. This is assuming he was rich. Or he could be like that one guy from that movie. I think it was called Little Geniuses. No, was it Little Geniuses? Fuck, that's gonna get to me now. No, I don't think it was Little Geniuses. I think it was what was the name of it? Hold on, I know I can find it. Real Genius, that's what it was. Could be like one guy from Real Genius who gets like a shit ton of coupons, or no, it was like a write-in contest or something where you had to mail in a number of entries, and the guy just figured out like the algorithm, and he just won every single prize. Could just say like Bobby's is like really fucking smart, and so he just gets high all day because he's like won whatever contests that he's won to get money. So he doesn't even have a job, he just does that all day. or wins like scratchers or whatever, but he knows like what to look for. I think that actually sounds better. So he does. So his job is just winning contests. Neat. I love the Darkly shorts. But yeah, that could be his occupation is just winning. Like if he were to file, like write in a resume and it says occupation, he just writes winning. And it's not even to be like an asshole about it, it's just true. Yeah, exactly. Like he's just talking random nonsense, or at least it seems like nonsense to other people. But to him it's making total logical sense. Like he'll be like, okay, so you have to go to this specific store to buy this specific scratcher, but you gotta buy scratcher number 49, or like he'll say like whatever version of it that it has to be, and then it's like, okay, so this is how you tell if you won. If you unscratch the first, the second, and the third boxes in a diagonal state, and they're cherry, banana, and diamond, then you've won. But if it's anything else, then you've lost. So he can just figure out which one's the winning scratchers. But then he also knows which ones are like the like second place, or you the lower prizes or whatever. So he can just like decide if he's gonna use those for like side cash or something. Where it's like, oh, okay, I won a bike. I guess I'm gonna sell a bike today. So he just sells a bike for like, I don't know, however much money he feels like selling it for. So yeah, his occupation is gonna just be that shit. Gilmon, thank you for the sub. Yeah, I totally need to fix the sub things. But yeah, welcome. I've been doing alright. Trying to get back into the groove after doing all those commissions and drives and such. So yeah, I actually like that idea for Bobby a lot more. He just wins contests. And he's just like actually really smart. And maybe that's also like another thing that helps him with his dealer. Like he, I don't know, helps her with taxes or something. Yeah, he just gets abducted. like he gets abducted, and like they're planning on like hurting him or something, but then he overhears somebody having like marital troubles or problems with taxes or something, and he just helps them out. And so they let him go. And like one of the guys could be like, yo, we were supposed to kill him and all that, but then he helped me with my marriage, so he's super chill. so we just let him go. And the last time anybody sees Bobby, he's just walking into a phone booth and it disappears in a flash of light. Just make a side comic, Bobby's bogus adventure. And that probably have a bean on it, so I'll do that in a moment. Could maybe have Bobby say like something random every once in a while, and people will just assume he's just talking nonsense. But it's like something that's true that's happened or something. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I met the president once." People will be like, "What?" He'll just have a surfer type of accent. Next is the satchel, and then the spot. Well, we can do the packages last, I guess, but yeah, we gotta do the spot. The spots after the satchel. Debating on how much longer I'm gonna stream. Like I'll still keep working on this, but I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream. I think maybe today will be 2 hours, and then tomorrow will be 3 hours. We'll see. We'll see how I feel after a bit. I could probably just do it for another hour. Thank you. Yes, get breakfast. Yeah, trying with this page. It's just gonna take a while. Luckily, Emerald isn't too complicated now that she's wearing a shirt. I mean, she's not really that complicated compared to like Becky, for example, but a lot of the times it's just a number of colors that just look like doom and gloom, and for me I was like, fuck, I gotta do all these colors. Same thing for when I'm doing like objects and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, well, gotta color all that too. And I'm just like, can we just not? And it's like, bitch, you're making a comic, you have to. I'm like, ah. And I was about to say, if only the pages could color themselves, but nowadays we're living in AI world, so that's almost a possibility now that I think about it. It's like, oh shit, that could actually be a thing. Right? Tell the computer to fill in the stuff I want. But who knows, that might, if it was ever that accurate, that'd be crazy. But I don't think it could pull it off that well. At least not to the degree that I'm thinking. Okay. Pretty much did everything with the boxes. The boxes can be last. Not looking forward to this part. Okay. I need your spots. I could try to make them as accurate to his artwork as possible. But I'm pretty sure there's just going to be moments where it's just not going to line up. Okay. Start with that. And then it's also one of those things where it's like, how accurate are we trying to make this? I do not envy artists that have to do characters with spots manually. Unless there's like just a texture format that they've figured out for certain characters. This is reference to. So yeah, I'm just gonna acknowledge that his spots are gonna be inconsistent. I would say probably the ones closer to his head are gonna be more accurate. This would be my hell. Coloring in spots or fur patterns. The one by his this should be higher up. This one. I don't know why I cared, but I did. Oh yeah, he has the markings underneath his eyes too. They're not actually to indicate that he's high. It's just part of his fur, because he actually has it underneath his eyes. Next. Bright side with this particular panel is I can copy it and paste it for the bottom one. Should be good there. Could put spots on the side, but I don't feel like it. Okay. Let's copy these. the oh so delicate figuring out of where to align it. Yay! We're almost done with his spots, and then we'll move on to Andy since he's only in one panel. And I'll just combine these together. Okay, I do have that artwork of him on the boat facing a different direction, so I can use that as a reference. Find it. And I did give him some spots on this side, so let's just make some shit up. Looks like I only just gave him a few dots up there, and then there's some on his arm, but that's being covered up. Really? We're done with this one already? Try to avoid some of his music that's only a few days old. Let's do this one. Okay. Bobby is done. Andy, it's your turn. Once I get past the coloring part, the rest is kind of easy. Background is sometimes a pain in the ass, but it just depends on how detailed I feel like making it. Most of the time I just have it detailed if it's necessary to figure out where they are in space. This panel. Yeah, tomorrow's stream I'll change up the music to get a little bit more interesting. It's close enough. I can use pupils on. Oh, really? Well, that's good. At least now you can watch streams without stupid hiccups. I wonder what extension was causing the problem. Okay, so Emerald's turn, and then I can do the bosses. Luckily, Andy wasn't too complicated. Andy's never too complicated. He's like the simplest character. What color should I use for her? Usually I use this one first. And that's when I realized I messed up. There we go. Malware blocker. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it just boils down to just trying not to click on shady sites. And even if you do, just don't download anything from a place you don't trust. Because a lot of sites can't really do anything unless you download something. But, you know, still have to be careful and just make sure whatever virus blocks you have are up to date. Just do your best, because aside from scams and certain sites trying to take your bank information, aside from those things, the only real thing you gotta worry about is just, you know, sites gaining certain information. And I'm just like, well, I never save anything onto my computer, at least nothing important. But it is what it is. You just gotta try to be as safe as you can, and always check your bank every once in a while just to make sure money isn't disappearing into things that you're not spending in. Whenever you go out to get gas, never use your card at the actual pump. Use it inside if you need to, because I do not trust pump card readers. Or if I have to, I always tug on the reader itself, because like a long time ago, I don't know if they still do this, but a long time ago there were these readers that would be attached to the card reader of the pump, of the gas pump, and they come off easily when you pull them, or at least they did back then. I don't know how easy they are nowadays, but they're easy to come off if you pull on them. But they would go right over the original reader, and all you'd have to do is put your card in, and, you know, put in whatever your numbers and stuff like that were, and it would just make it would save the data off of your card, and then people could copy that information onto another card, and they basically have a copy of your bank card. So just have to be as cautious as you can when using your card elsewhere. Just try not to use it in places you don't trust, or like places that are not like a normal place you would go to use your card. And then the worst that can really happen is someone gets your card, starts using it, blah 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 blah. Just report to your bank, tell them the situation. They will cancel your card and try to get your money back, or whatever the case may be. And then you get a new card. Try to report the sites, or if you figure out where it's coming from, you know, try to report them, and then go from there. Because that happened to my mom one time. She found out somebody was using her Walmart account to make purchases, and I don't think the person had access to her card, to like her bank card or anything, but they were using her Walmart account that had her information already in, and I guess it even had like the security code or something for her card. Like I don't know if it required that or not, but they were buying stuff through Walmart, and so she caught on to that and then had that all fixed up, got her money back and stuff. And then once she told me that, I looked into it and I was like, okay, according to the internet, Walmart did get hacked at one point. I forget how long ago it was. I forget if it was like a year or two ago or a few months or something like that. Depends on when I looked it up for her. But yeah, like Walmart did get hacked at one point, so that was probably part of it. So I just told her to, like, you know, change your passwords and all that. Like she ended up just canceling the account because she didn't really need it. But at least I think she did. But either way, I told her to change her passwords and all that, because she was still able to log in. And I guess the people couldn't like change her password because they needed her original password to get in. But however they got in, it didn't require to know her password. So I just told her to make sure her information wasn't on the account anymore. But yeah, just stay safe. I know I went on a long rant about that. I do want to show that Emerald is super supportive and stuff like that, so like if Andy is trying to like impress her or something and it doesn't go as planned, I want to show her that she's super supportive of whatever he's trying to do, and, you know, not make him look silly, make him think that it was romantic or really cute. She's a good waifu. And of course the eventual her riding his bone. Haven't entirely decided when I want her to do that. And I need to fix that. Part of me wanted it to be early, and like it doesn't have to solidify that they're married or anything, but just like Andy being more comfortable with her. But then it can also be like once he figures his shit out, and then, you know, they get all romantic and hot and bothered. So could go either way. So just a matter of how I go about it. do her normal colors first before I do her accessories. I think her tongue is the same color as her eyes. Or her Solera. And I forgot the line. Kinda need that. Get her mouth a little bit. And I forgot her hands. I was like, something's missing here. It's like I knew it. I knew something was missing. I forgot to do her hand. And then Bobby's obviously gonna ask about the collar. And I'm just gonna have Emerald be truthful about it. She's like, oh, it's like I'm his loyal slave. And then he's just gonna think that she's role playing. He's like, dude, you got her in a role play already? And he's just gonna be like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just like, God, get me through this. It just cuts to me and be like, okay, like, I got you, bro. So Trolly Foxbat, thank you for the follow. So close to done with coloring. Just gotta do the boxes next. Yeah, hello, welcome. It's only about less than 20 minutes left of the stream, but thank you for coming, regardless. I will be sure to stream tomorrow around 9 p.m. Pacific time. Or it should be at that time, but that is the time I plan to do it. Okay. She is done. Oh, that's. Oh, wait, no. Damn it. I forgot her shirt on that now. There we go. Alright, there we go. Do. Let's see if we can cheat this a bit. fine if it's not perfect, because we're just gonna fix it up anyway. Those. I need to grab the ones that she's holding. That's cool. Hope that goes well. Oh, forgot his nails. Would be funny if Bobby and Andy usually play certain risque games, like visual novels or something. Or even just watch porn. Just for the fuck of it. I mean, they play board games too, but still. Would be funny if that was the initial plan, just chill and watch some porn. But then, now that Emerald's here, they're like, do we change the plan? But Emerald being Emerald, she'd be completely fine with it. If anything, she'll just be interested in knowing what Andy is interested in. Would be funny if they did watch that and Andy is just thinking of what Emerald would look like in those situations. And that's when I realized I had picked the wrong color. But that's why we can do this. Oh, hey. Hey, Michi. Yeah, I've been streaming at night, but I haven't been streaming for a while, so now I'm trying to get back into it. Yeah, gotta build up my hours. Well, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter because I don't make any money off of this. I just do it for fun. That's good. I'm glad you're getting better. Yeah, exactly. They just chill and play H games, but now that Emerald's here, they're like, oh shit, It's like boys being bros, and now they got a girl around, so it's like, oh shit, no. Yeah, Emerald doesn't care. Yeah, Michi, I'm glad you're doing good. Just working on my comic. This comic has been on hiatus multiple times. Mostly my fault, though. Okay. Almost done with these damn boxes. I just gotta color the weed or stash or whatever the hell these drugs are supposed to be. The good shit. I don't know, I'm probably using like a light purple tag or whatever. Do. Okay. Boxes are done. No, they are not. Let's forgot one. Grab you. Now boxes are done. But yeah, I'm gonna call it for the night, at least for streaming. I've been already doing it for 3 hours. But yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys again. Thank you everybody for coming, especially you, Michi. It surprised you for you to show up. That was funny. But yeah, I'm just gonna do more stuff. Hopefully I'll probably work on this a little bit more tonight as well. I hope to get it done tonight or tomorrow morning, and then I'll post it on Patreon, or the usual places. And then hopefully I can work on either Black Circus next or another page of IHAT before working on anything else. Trying to think of anything else I'm planning on doing. Probably work on some side art here and there, but my focus is mainly going to be on comic stuff this week. So once I get at least 2 pages of IHAT and 1 page of Black Circus done, then I'll probably do some side art. I do want to get back into making animation stuff, so I do have a tutorial for that saved. So I'll be working on studying that. And yeah, and go from there. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. I'll post on Discord, and I'll see about posting on Patreon, because I know I need to be better about that too, and wherever else. So yeah, you guys have a good day, morning, night, afternoon, and I will see you guys later. All right, bye bye.